On the Dehradun hate crime against a Tripura student, and now Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has stated that no such incident will be tolerated in the state. The government will deal strictly with anarchic elements, is what he said. Those involved in such incidents will not be spared. This is after a student from Tripura was attacked by a group of men in Dehradun. 5 accused have been held, 1 remains absconding. Well, let's go across to Ratnadeep now for more. And Ratnadeep, this incident, and it's absolutely, a horrifying incident, and it's raised a lot of anger in Tripura as well as concerns about the safety of students.
Absolutely. In fact, it is a rerun of previous incidents that have taken place with students from Northeast outside the region, where often they have been subjected to racial slurs, being called out with names because of their, appearance, because they resemble their appearance resembling people from other countries of Southeast Asia. In fact, they have been called out. In this case also, Angel Chakma, 24-year-old MBA student who was studying in Dehradun, and his younger brother Michael Chakma, both of them were studying there. They used to stay in a rented place. They went out on 9th of December to get groceries when this group of 5 to 6 men, they first called them out with racial slurs, called them out with names, made derogatory comments, and when Angel tried to confront them, trying to say that we are Indians, why are you behaving like this with us only because we look different? How many certificates we'll have to bring out and show you that we are Indian? These people attacked him. He was stabbed.
Right.
His brother was
badly
injured.
Ratnadeep, sorry to interrupt you there. We're also joined by Pradyut Debarman, the president of the Tripura Mortha party. Thank you so much for speaking to us. It's been a shocking case from Dehradun, this hate crime. It's caused a lot of anger in Tripura as well. Your concerns?
Well, we are aware of what happened on the 9th of December. And Gargi, we have been saying this from before, that this sort of racial targeting and discrimination towards the people from our region has to stop. This boy, Angel Chakma, I've been in touch with their family members. In fact, we assisted them in getting his body back to Tripura. He just stood up for his identity, his nationality, and how disgusting is it that even in this day and age, an Indian has to prove its patriotism or nationality by openly stating to people that all of India does not look the same. We may have a different food habits, we may look a bit different, we may have a different culture, but that does not mean we are lesser Indians. And what has happened to Angel Chakma is very unfortunate, but this sort of discrimination takes place every day across India towards the people of Northeast and even the Nepali community across the entire eastern region. We are targeted because we look different. We are called momos, we are called chinkis, our women are looked down upon, and this has to end. And what has happened to Angel is very unfortunate, and we demand justice, but this will keep on continuing until the whole country does not wake up and accept us as integral part of India.
All right, Pradyut, a very, very unfortunate, hate crime taking place in Dehradun, and we really do hope, and NDTV will continue to track this story very closely. Pradyut Debarma, they're saying that, this happens again and again, and what will it take to really end these sort of crimes against people from the Northeast? Well, let's take you through all the developments that have taken place. This shocking case from Dehradun in which a 24-year-old MBA student from Tripura died after being stabbed during a racist attack. Angel Chakma passed away in hospital on Friday after battling for his life for more than 14 days. In fact, his friends say that he never really regained consciousness. Angel and his younger brother Michael were stopped by a group of men who hurled racial slurs at them. Attackers referred to the brothers as Chinese and Momo. Angel calmly challenged this abuse, saying that, and I quote, this is what he's quoted as saying that I'm not Chinese, I'm Indian. What certificate should I show you? And during the attack, Michael was allegedly struck on the head while Angel was stabbed in the neck and abdomen. While 5 attackers have been arrested, 1 is on the run, suspected to have fled to Nepal. As we mentioned earlier, Uttarakhand Chief Minister has assured justice and has vowed the strictest action against the perpetrators of this crime.
ये 9 तारीख की शाम की घटना थी जब ये सैलाकुई में गए हुए थे किसी काम से। तो इसी दौरान इनकी कुछ जो स्थानीय युवक थे और बाकी एक नॉर्थ ईस्ट के ही एक और युवक थे, तो उनके साथ इनकी किसी बात को लेकर झड़प हो गई थी। इनके बीच आपस में मारपीट हुई, जिसमें कि बताया गया कि 1-2 चाकू से वार किए गए, किसी कड़े से भी इनके ऊपर वार किए गए, जिससे कि ये गंभीर रूप से घायल हो गए। इनके भाई के द्वारा इनको अस्पताल पहुंचाया गया और उसके उपरांत इसमें जो एफआईआर दर्ज करवाई गई। एफआईआर जो है इनमें अज्ञात में दर्ज करवाई थी। पुलिस के द्वारा इसमें अथक प्रयास किए गए, मेहनत की गई, सीसीटीवी फुटेज का भी अवलोकन किया गया, आसपास के लोगों से जानकारी किया गया और तब इसमें 4 या 5 नाम जो है इसमें प्रकाश में आए थे।
इन लोग को पहले ये दोनों भाई बाजार में गए थे कुछ सामान लेने के लिए। उन लोग को मॉक किया चाइनीज चाउमीन करके, क्योंकि हमारा नाक छोटा है, आँख छोटा है, इसलिए बोल के उन लोग चल रहे थे मोमो चाइनीज चिंकी पोंगिंग करके, और शायद कुछ गंदा गंदा गाली भी दिया होगा माँ के बारे में। उन लोग तो नहीं बोल रहे, क्योंकि शर्माते हैं वो लोग। फिर इन लोग ने जस्ट बोला था हम लोग को क्यों बोल रहे हो भैया ऐसा करके, वहां पर ही मार दिया छोटा भाई को। फिर छोटा भाई को बचाने के लिए बड़ा भाई गया, उसको 6 लोग ने मिलके पूरा मार दिया। ऑपरेशन वो दे आर जस्ट शोइंग देयर सिंपैथी, दे आर जस्ट लाइक शोइंग देयर सिंपैथी टू अस। वो लोग ऐसे बाद में बोलते हैं हम वी आर विद यू, बट वो लोग नहीं है ऐसा। से कैसे मेन एक्यूज थे, क्योंकि उसका मौत सिर्फ चाकू मारने से नहीं हुआ, उसका गला तोड़ दिया गया है।
नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बाहर हम लोग जाते हैं तो हम लोग को चिंकी चाइनीज बोला जाता है, ये नया बात नहीं है। और जो आज एंजल चकमा मरा है, ये एंजल चकमा का मौत नहीं है, ये पूरा नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों का मौत है ये। और उसके पहले भी तो बहुत सारे लोगों का वहां पे मौत हुआ है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बाहर, बेंगलोर बोलिए, यहाँ पे कर्नाटका बोलिए, केरला बोलिए, बहुत सारी जगह में हो रहा है, दिल्ली में बोलिए, अत्याचार हो रहा है। मैं तो डायरेक्ट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को बोलना चाहता हूँ, अगर देखिए आप लोग नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों को आप लोग मान सम्मान नहीं दे सकते, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों को आप लोग प्यार नहीं दे सकते, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों के लिए आप लोग टेक केयर नहीं कर सकते, तो हम लोग को अलग ही देश दे दीजिए, हम लोग अपना टेक केयर हम लोग खुद ही कर लेंगे।
We're now joined by Anup Nautiyal, social activist from Dehradun. Thank you so much, Mr. Nautiyal, for joining us. And this is such a shocking, crime to take place in Dehradun. I belong to Dehradun as well, and this hate crime is really not something we want associated with Dehradun. The Chief Minister has promised strictest action.
Gargi, as we speak, I am on my way back home from Selakoi itself. So, मेरी ऐसे ही इच्छा थी कि मैं कम से कम उस स्थान पर जाऊं जहां पर एंजल के को यही कहेंगे भाई मौत के घाट उतारा गया। सो वेरी वेरी सैड एंड वेरी वेरी ट्रेजिक ऑफ कोर्स। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, my heartfelt condolences to Angel, to his family, to his friends, and of course the wider community in Tripura and the Northeast. It's a dastardly crime which needs to be condemned, and of course the strictest possible action should be taken, because this is beyond belief. And this is just, in a way, because Dehradun, as you know very well and many people know, has emerged as it has also been the education hub earlier. But in the last several years, many private universities have come up, and there is a large contingent, so to say, of students from the Northeast and also students from Africa. So this is quite common, and the only one thing that one can say and expect and hope is that this is a wake-up call here in Dehradun, because
Absolutely.
This, of course, cannot continue.
What can be done to make students feel secure? Because this is really something that is not acceptable. As you said, Dehradun has emerged as quite, the place for people to go for higher education as well. And in Selakui especially, you have hostels, you have private universities there. Any efforts by the people of Dehradun to ensure that students should feel safe? These are young people who've left their homes and come to study here.
So, Gargi, I see 5 key stakeholders in this, entire landscape. The first, of course, is the student community itself. In all these private colleges, universities and the larger student community. So the first step, I think, is to sensitize them, or जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं साम दाम दंड भेद, a coordinated sort of approach is absolutely required to instill, common sense and also the fear of law in the student community. That is number one. Number two, I think that the private universities themselves, they need to up their game. They need to be far more active, far more aggressive in, looking at this entire dimension and, nipping it in the bud if and when, they are hearing something. So they really need to be far more alert. Third, of course, is the police. And along with the police, I would also like to point out the LIU, the local intelligence unit. What are these people doing? Do they have their ears to the ground? The fourth, of course, the larger thing is the government. And, you have been saying about Pushkar Singh Dhami, our chief minister, coming up and saying that, we will do this, we will do that. As far as I'm concerned, it's action which is too little, too late, It's too little and it's too late. Because I absolutely, I think the government needs to really, again, Pushkar Singh Dhami really needs to come out, and assure the people of the Northeast that our government is serious about this and we will not tolerate any of this nonsense, So I think a far more stricter message needs to come out. And the fifth, of course, and the last one is the larger community of locals or student unions like ABVP, NSUI, the trader community. I think this has to become really a public movement, Why are we called Dev
And
Bhumi?
it's shocking that we're even discussing this, talking about, racism within India against the people from the Northeast, and I'd really say it's the government and it's the police that have to, take action. Thank you so much, Anup Nautiyal, for joining us on this story.